Hello guys, today for this episode we're going to talk about the episode Ghost in the Machine. Now, this I would consider the first undisputed great episode of the series. It took a few episodes, a few good episodes, but this episode's the one to me that goes above and beyond. So it was released on December 13th, 1990. It's about 47 minutes long, of course. It has 8.1 out of 10 on IMDb with about 100-ish user votes. It guest stars, let's see, Jason Bernard, and he was in The Judge and Liar Liar. Didn't know that. That's pretty cool. He plays the guest superhero in this, and the episode was directed by Bruce Bilson, who actually directed stuff from the Get Smart series from the 60s and episodes of The Odd Couple in the 70s. And yeah, let's see, but yeah, so this episode's very interesting. Basically, what this is pretty much, this is the episode where the Flash collaborates with a superhero, an old superhero called Nightshade. Now, Nightshade, and that's technically existing in the comics. He's actually a combination of two characters in the comics, Sandman and Dr. Midnight. So he collaborates with him actually, and he's pretty cool. Now, I'm not gonna give a ton away because it's too awesome to ruin first viewing people, but people who watch first time, I mean. But it's a great episode because the Flash gets to learn from someone who's done it. He gets to learn to someone, and the episode's really all about like timeliness of someone passing on the torch, the past coming back kind of thing. And everything's great. The acting's fantastic. The superhero action is pretty awesome. The chemistry between the heroes is badass too. They have great chemistry. The villain's pretty cool in this episode too. I like the villain a lot because I don't think he was ever in the comic books, but he does have a comic book feel to him. And there's some things in this episode that are actually, it's kind of interesting the way they talk about technology in this episode. On one hand, it's kind of dated, and the other hand, it's kind of not. At least for me. But yeah, the villain is a great villain. And it's all about timeliness. When something becomes too old, when something isn't. It's oddly timeless, but yet isn't. That's the great thing about this episode. It's fun seeing the collaboration. It's fun seeing it's a lot of cool stuff. I really dig this episode. It really kind of adds more to the 1990 Flash mythos, this episode, because this episode kind of solidifies the trend of the Flash doing a little bit of everything when it comes to the show, at least doing a little bit of everything in terms of having the character experience things, like collaborate with a superhero, have this with a villain, do this thing, do that thing. It felt like, okay, when they were making the show, they know this is off topic for the episode, but I felt like another thing about the series, like I kind of talked about before, but this is a better phrasing for it. It felt like when they're making the series, okay, we're probably only going to have 20 or so episodes to do this, so let's try to cover as much of the Flash as possible. Let's make a list of all the things he's known for, villains, events, and try to do as much of them we can per episode. And they had a checklist, and it felt like they were doing that, and they did such a great job with it. Such a great job for this series, and this is another example of that collaboration. The guy who plays Nightshade's awesome. I love the guy they pick. It's very great. It's well filmed. The cinematography and the design is awesome. I love just everything's great in this episode. I mean, the other episodes were good, but this one is really when it started to become, holy shit, this is something else here. And the other episodes were very good. The episodes had great moments too, but this one was just like when it started. This is when it starts to feel like, okay, now they're really gonna throw us the Mega Millions here. This is when they're really gonna start to give us the big time shit. And they start doing a lot more after. And of course, they'll throw in a kind of good episode there scattered, but this is when the trend starts where all the episodes are pretty much awesome. Though before the episodes were good, maybe a few little things, but nothing, but overall still amazingly solid. That's all I have to say. I can't say any more without really just blabbing away the whole episode, and I want you guys to experience it genuinely. So if you get a chance to see it, pick it up, watch it. Don't skip it. Please don't skip it. And yeah, that's all I have to say. It's an awesome episode. Check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.